made it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 28 of the Utah Jazz Association, and today we're here for Game 7 of the first round series against the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, if you missed the last episode, we were up 3-2, and we ended up losing Game 6 in LA, so we're coming back to Utah in Energy Solutions Arena for Game 7. This is going to be a really good game. It's back and forth, and it's going to be a great ending. So, anyway, I apologize for not having one of these out in probably like 5 days, I think. So, I don't know. I usually am able to get like 2 or 3 out a week, but my apologies. I had kind of a slow week in terms of YouTube video making, or whatever, content creating, whatever you want to call it. Mainly just because I've been focusing on school. I only have 2 weeks left of school, or it's only actually 8 school days because I have none of Memorial Day, and then I get out on a Thursday. So anyway, I only have 2 4-day weeks left. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, you know, you'll obviously see some more videos coming out when I'm done with school, but I've just kind of been focusing these last couple weeks, so hopefully things will pick up soon. I don't have anything going on for the first part of the summer, so I'll definitely be able to make a lot of videos, but I'm going to be volunteering at a few different places and working over the summer, but I'll still be able to put out tons and tons of videos, probably more than you've seen throughout the school year. So anyway, yeah, really excited for that, and like I said, I apologize for not having one of these out, but I'm so excited, and I'm so ready to just play the rest of this season. I do want to try and get a 4th season in before I probably end this series until NBA 2K14 comes out, because I do want to make some room on my channel for an NCAA series that I have planned, and you guys might have seen that trailer. I don't know if I'll continue this series throughout that. It kind of depends. I'll see like how my summer goes or whatever. I'm sure I'll still be doing some 2K or whatever even after I end the series, so don't worry about that, but we'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to do at least one more season of it, though. Even if we win the championship this year, which I don't know. We have to win this game first, of course, as Vucevic is going to pop that mid-range right there. I'm really impressed with how Nikola Vucevic has been doing. I really would feel confident about letting Enes Kanter go, signing Vucevic for a little bit cheaper, and you know, just being able to roll with him for the future. He's definitely outperformed Kanter. They averaged about the same points and rebounds per game throughout the regular season, even though Vucevic was playing probably 8 or 9 less minutes per game. And you know, obviously Kanter's very talented, and he will get a big contract from some team, and I'm sure he will perform very well, but he just doesn't get the offensive touches that he needs in the system with Bledsoe. You know, really he's the 5th option on our offense, and even when Vucevic comes in, Vucevic is a little bit more dynamic on offense. He doesn't have the post game that Kanter does, but he can stretch the floor a lot more, and that's really what I'm looking for out of my bigs at this point, since I already do have shot creators like Derek Favors in the post and Paul George in the perimeter. So anyway, you can see there it's 21-15 after that jump shot by, I believe, Sean Marion, and now Blake Griffin going to work on Vucevic. Can't let Griffin get into the paint. That is where he will dominate. But Blake Griffin is he's an interesting player in this game. Obviously, I'd say he's better than he is in real life, quite frankly, because his athleticism is really dominant in 2K. But I read an article comparing him to, I can't remember what the name of the guy was, but you know, his stats declined every year, and Blake Griffin's a similar type of player. His stats have declined every year. I attribute that more to the Clippers becoming more well-rounded on offense, having more offensive weapons, options, or whatever. But anyway, Jamal Crawford for the mid-range right there, 29-15. Now the Clippers are really putting a beat down on us, 31-15. But here is where we would start to make a little bit of a comeback. You can see Andre Miller's going to drive in, finds Ben McLemore wide open in the corner, and McLemore has really become a great spark off the bench for us. I've cut my rotation down to 9 men, so I believe like Reggie Evans and Kyle Korver don't actually get any minutes. And one other person, I can't remember who, but Kyle Korver actually does end up getting some minutes in this game because I went a full 5-man bench at one point, so I've said to do a 10-man rotation for that, and Korver was the small forward in that rotation. So anyway, Paul George outlet to McLemore, lobbing it up to Vucevic, another alley-oop. We've cut the lead down to 5. We've came back. Really good run by the Jazz. We got our crowd into it, and we took the Clippers out of it, and it was a great run. We had all the momentum on our side at this point, even though we were still down 5. Miller with the ball finds Paul George open for 3. Paul George is straight cash right there. Paul George has been so good for us this series, and he's going to have another good game today. Ben McLemore dribbling it up to Jabari Parker. Parker's going to give it out to McLemore, and like I said, McLemore has really become that spark off the bench for us. He's a great 3-point shooter. He's a little bit upset with his role. I'm going to kind of have to see how he develops this offseason to see if I want to keep him back on the team next year. He does have, I believe, 2 more years left under contract after this season. So yeah, it would be 2 more years. This is his sophomore season, and I'd love to keep him on the team, but if he's not going to be happy, I obviously don't want to. I don't want to mess up team chemistry. I would obviously just, rather keep that chemistry, find another shooter off the bench. I'm sure I can find people like that who would be very willing to come off the bench. But if Ben McLemore wants to start, then I'll have to probably deal him away. Maybe I can throw him in a deal if I do try to upgrade my point guard. We'll see what happens. I've talked about that before, if I want to upgrade my point guard position or not. We'll see. I don't know. Obviously, we have a lot to get through before we get to that, because we still have to win this game before we can get to the offseason. We have to, if we win this game, we have to go through another series, possibly another 3 series if we make it all the way to the finals. Blake Griffin on the mid-range right there. 49-48 is the score. Jamal Crawford spinning around. He hits this tough layup. We'll take another look on the replay right here. This was pretty nuts. I don't know if you caught it, but he goes up with the right, flips it over his shoulder with the left. Paul George he just gets it over Paul George's long wingspan. But anyway, you can see after we made that run, our momentum kind of stalled a little bit. So this is where the game really got into a back and forth situation, or a back and forth type of feel to it. You can see we score a bucket. Now we're up 3, but the lead really never got bigger than 3 or 5. Eric Green with the ball. I believe it's Eric Green. He dribbles it. He's going to dish it off to Paul Millsap, the former Utah Jazz, and Millsap slams it down. Now it's 58-57, so the Clippers once again have taken the lead. A lot of lead changes. Eric Bledsoe dribbling the ball up the court. He's going to give it to Jabari Parker in the corner, and Parker splashes that one home. 60-58 is the score. Now Eric Green once again with the ball. He's going to end up trying to do some dribble moves. Finds Manu. Manu's going to drive in and finish with the right. Very nice play by Manu Ginobili. He's really been good for the Clippers this series, especially today. I think he really led their offense today. I think Jamal Crawford killed us a lot in Game 6, but I really think Manu was the one who got it done today. I don't know what his stats are going to look like in the box score, but it seemed like every time they needed the big shot, he was always there to hit it. Paul George now with the ball. He's going to find Kyle Korver on the perimeter. Back to George. George trying to go to work on the smaller defender, and he actually just shoots right over Jamal Crawford and gets no one to go. That's a 5-inch height advantage right there. So Andre Miller with the ball now. He's going to hit Kyle Korver in the corner. And that was a little bit of a cheesy move. I don't know, Kyle Korver, he kind of Andre Miller dribbled into Kyle Korver's guy and kind of got him to go forward a little bit. But here's terrible defense by Andre Miller. Nate Wolters, the point guard out of South Dakota State. I remember in a video I did, I said he was out of San Diego State, and it was just me talking too fast, and I meant to say South Dakota State. I got hated in the comments for it. I was amazed. But anyway, this has been a really defensive showcase so far, 67-66 as we enter the fourth quarter. That first quarter was really the defensive quarter. I think the scores were in the low 20s or high teens at the end of that quarter. Ever since then, it's been kind of decent in terms of offense, but either way, Jamal Crawford with the ball now to Manu for the tie, and it is good. This is what I'm talking about. Manu Ginobili, he only has 12 points, but it seems like those 12 points have been the biggest 12 points of the game. Blake Griffin driving in, gets the slam dunk right there, the two-handed slam, and you can take a look at the Sprite Slam Cam replay right here, dunking all over Nikola Vucevic. He got Mozgov up. You know what it is. Blake Griffin, he's just going to do that to you, and sometimes there's no way to stop it, especially in 2K. But anyway, Andre Miller will dribble the ball up the court. He's going to get a screen from Vucevic, drives in, wide open lane, finishes with the left. That is Miller's first points of the game. This has 7 assists. Bledsoe himself has 6 and 13, so this has been a very assist-oriented game, so to say. Our offense has really been about making that extra pass today. Paul George in the corner, open for 3. We're starting to open this game up now, 7-point lead with 4 minutes to play. George drives in, leaning layup. It's good. Paul George coming up big for us, 87-78. Now Eric Bledsoe driving in. He's going to end up dishing this one off to Favors under the basket. Favors puts it in. He now has 20 points. We're up by 9. Starting to open this game up a little bit. Really starting to pull away. Millsap, though, he will have something to say about that. Going to work on Jabari Parker in the post. Nice right-handed layup right there. So 89-82 is your score. Eric Bledsoe with the ball. Getting a screen from Cantor. Driving in and one dunk. And that would really just be the dagger. We would go up by 10. It's 94 to 84. Paul George now with the ball. He's dribbling around. He finds a wide open Jabari, and that is good. That would put us up 13. That was just, that was it at that point. 97-84. Time winding down. They had no chance of coming back at this point. Paul George once again into the lane for the dunk. We would go up by 15, and that would wrap up this game and this series. So we're gonna go on to win this game, I believe, by a final score of 99-88. So yeah, that is the final score. As Andre Miller dribbles the clock out, and the Utah Jazz will advance to the second round for the second straight season. Very big success for the Jazz. Really proud of how this team has done. I think we played well. I know the Clippers posed a tough opponent, and I don't know if you guys saw it in the playoff tree at the beginning of the video, but our next opponent's going to be even tougher. We're going to be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the team that swept us out of the playoffs last year in the Western Conference Finals. Bit of some demons coming back up, so to say, or I don't know what the saying would be, but either way, just, good game for us. I was really happy with how the team did. We fought back. We pulled away late. We played really good defense, too, which I was happy about. So anyway, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. You can see the box score here. Paul George led the way with 24 points. Favors coming up just short with 22. Very good games out of both of them. Fournier and Evans both did not play. And Kyle Korver actually got a lot more minutes than I thought he did. But Jamal Crawford, 22 points. But Manu Ginobili, like I said, he had 12 points, but they were a big 12 points. Anyway, it's going to wrap this video. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and this was him out.